My MegaMart, best value by far. Get more with your membership card. Best value by far. Get my MegaMart, best value by far.
Hi, Mega family.
Welcome back to this episode. Guys, I got a disclaimer. We're not mourning anything over here. We just happen to feel like we're in black. I was feeling fierce, red
Okay.
carpet black. What were you feeling this morning?
I guess I was feeling the same. I just felt like we could just, be bold in black today and bring it off. I have the hair, we have the smile. It's okay.
Yeah.
You'll bring off the black.
Well, with that said, guys, we're bringing some sunshine with a very special guest, a mom, a boy mom, specifically. You know, we gotta lift up our boys.
Sam, you realize what is happening, right?
What's happening?
Mother's Day is
Yes!
fast approaching.
I was gonna say that. You preempted me.
We were just having one and cheese. I feel like we were just having one and cheese. How are we at Mother's Day so fast?
That's life. Time flies.
But we're so excited about it because you know that we love to celebrate the mothers at this time of the year.
So we're gonna talk to a special guest to get her experience as a mom and share with you some really fun and beautiful Mother's Day brunch ideas, recipes coming your way,
Yeah.
and also lots of different gift options available at the MegaMart store.
Of course. So stay tuned and we will be right back.
Oh, hey guys, I'm Chef Samantha George, and here at MegaMart, they have a ton of wines. Red wines, white wines, rosés, Chardonnays, Sauvignon Blanc. You got to come here, guys. Remember to come and enjoy the MegaMart experience where you can find all of this and so much more. There is a wine for everyone. I'm Chef Samantha George. See ya.
And welcome back to the show. And listen, this is just what we needed, Sam.
Yes.
This ray of sunshine
Yeah.
amidst the blackness. We are joined by Gillian Jackson. She is a super mom. I really like to get these sit-down talks with the mothers at this time, to find out how it has been your journey through motherhood and just to celebrate women, mothers on a whole. So this is Gillian Jackson. Welcome, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, and hi everyone.
I feel like I know you from somewhere. You know when you get that statement, you're like, I know you from somewhere.
I hear that all the time.
Maybe you have like a very familiar face.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What high school you went to?
Immaculate.
I have to do the high school pass, the test. Okay, immaculate.
My
We're not going to
alma
go
No.
into, we're not delving into the high school thing right now.
Do you know what school I went to?
mater. No.
Can you guess?
Immaculate?
No.
Campion?
No.
I don't know.
Are we?
The only other good one.
Oh,
The only other
I
good
don't
one.
want to, I don't want
yeah,
to get
sorry
into a
about
high
that.
school debate right now.
Oh
So let
my
us
gosh.
just, focus a little bit more on Miss Jackson. You wear many hats,
I do.
right?
Yes.
So tell us about who you are a little bit and what you do.
Well, first and foremost, I'm a mom of two rambunctious boys, 6 and 9 years old. I also run a company with their dad. We run an online learning company called Mantalks Guide. And I do more of the operation side, and his mom and his sister and him do the teaching side. I also am the senior manager of data and analytics at the Jamaica National Group. So I wear many hats. I'm involved in many things at the same time. It's a lot.
What did
I
you
can
have to
imagine.
study in school to get those positions? Sounds very like logistical.
Finance.
I
and-
actually did actuarial science.
Yeah, that makes
it's a
sense.
math basis.
Yeah, your brain just tinkers. It just works
Yeah.
like.
And
that's
I'm
cool.
also a natural planner, so I plan a lot of events as well because of how my mind works. I have to plan things for my school, I have to plan the schedule, I have to plan work, I have to plan my time very well. So it's part of life.
And
Yeah.
I see that must be very important because if you have two little rambunctious boys, you have to work around them. How has it been? How has your journey through motherhood been?
It's been, it has its ups and downs, right? So motherhood is beautiful when you have, your children are sleeping and you can look at them in the bed and say, oh my God, those are my two precious angels. I made these two. But when they're awake,
It's not so beautiful.
it can become chaotic. It doesn't, my kids are involved in a lot of activities. So my job includes being a chauffeur, being a planner, being a cheerleader,
A cook.
a coach. I also have to, do homework with them. It's a lot of different moving parts, and to get all of that organized can become a little bit overwhelming. But with proper planning, I plan a lot, and that's what helps me to, get things organized with them.
And I can imagine that you have the support of the family.
Absolutely. Without my support system, it would be much more difficult. My kids' grandmother, she's a huge part in their life. She's a teacher. She's very influential in their upbringing and how they've been able to be so successful so far, because she just has a great influence on them. And then their caretaker, she's amazing. She comes 5 o'clock in the morning, and she helps with getting them ready for school and getting all of their, meals prepared, their homework done. Without her, I would not be able to do it at all.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
And their dad, of course, he plays a very big part in he's chauffeur as well. He picks them up, I drop them off. So it's a real balancing act between everything that we have going on in the house.
Yeah, I love that. I want to interject at this point because as a mom, I would get this statement sometimes like, "Oh, Sam, you're such a super mom." But I'm like, no, I do my best. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm the world's best mom, but I try because I love my
Right,
kids.
exactly.
But it really does take a village, and you shouldn't
does.
feel like you have to do it all by yourself and be a super mom. Like,
Absolutely.
literally, me wish I had the money to have living helper full time. I'm just like, I tell my husband, I'm like, listen, we're working for this income to grow because me want somebody here with me 24/7.
I would love that as
Trust
well.
me,
but
you need the help and
Okay.
embrace the help, guys. It doesn't
Absolutely.
mean you're a bad mom if you have help. Like,
When I was a young mother, when I just became a mother, I was like, oh, I can do this. I wasn't really used to asking for help. It's just my personality. I
Yeah.
can do everything on my own. But I quickly realized I had to shift my perspective because, as you said, it takes a village, and
Yeah.
it's so important to get the help because you can get burnt out, you can feel overwhelmed, and you need to have that support system to
I'm
keep you
taking
going.
notes. I'm taking notes.
yes, really.
So on that note, what tips can you give us for other boy moms, I guess?
Well, boys are pretty rambunctious, as I mentioned before, so I keep mine involved in a lot of activities to help to dispel their energy and to keep them calm.
And to get them out of the house for
Yes.
the period.
Because you know what's happening, or they know, with the tablets.
The tablets, if it
Like,
was up to
it's-
them,
they'll
they'll be
stay
on
all
the
day.
tablet all day long. So you have to get them outside of that. I limit the tablet time for them because they can get, so engrossed in it, and it's not really good for them mentally to be on the tablet for such a long time.
Right.
So it's good to get them involved in other things. They also need structure and guidance. So I don't know if you know, there's an epidemic in Jamaica of young men turning to other types of things, not getting really focused on academics or not trying to become productive citizens. There is something going on. So I'm trying to ensure that my kids, they have a good foundation, they have good role models to help to influence them to become good citizens.
Right.
Right.
What's one of your greatest fear with raising boys? Like something that kind of gnaws at your spirit, like what you notice happening in the world. And, one of them you just mentioned.
Yeah, I mentioned one. I just
touched
want
on-
them to become productive citizens and not, lead into a life of crime or anything like that, because
she doesn't
they're
want them
not
to
being,
be
not being, they can be influenced. Boys can be influenced so easily by what they hear, what they see. So you have to find a way to get them, on track and focused on what's important in life. Teaching them how to be empathetic, teaching them to do the right thing even when nobody's watching, and instilling good values in them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that it's okay to be emotional and express yourself.
Absolutely.
And I love the component of the pep that kind of
Absolutely.
forces them to kind of express themselves. So that's one thing. I actually signed up my son for Mantalk.
Really?
Actually. So it's like
awesome.
full circle, like kind of strange that we get to meet.
Ah,
Because
nice.
yeah, we do need the support because the 2 year of the big C COVID that kind of affected my kids' learning pattern.
Absolutely.
So it's really, really good that what you guys are doing. I hear good things about it. Is there a charity component of it? Like, do you help
Yeah, we do.
take on underprivileged kids?
We've set up we had a learning hub kind of set up for kids who couldn't necessarily afford to come on the full program. We set up a special portal for them, and it was like a computer lab that they went in, and they were able to go in and do some of the exercises and activities for a period of time. And we do have persons who, they reach out to us and they said, they really can't manage the full fee. So we do have persons that we do it on a case-by-case basis, but yeah, we do have outreach that we kind of give them access to the materials, because we have an online learning portal and we have classes, and the materials really help them to prepare for the exams.
Yeah. Do you guys, what are the steps to growth? Like, are you guys like looking at projection, like we're gonna go try to get 1 million subscribers? Like, how is that?
Well, we're taking our time. It's a small family-owned business, so
Okay.
we're trying to take our time and grow. But yeah, we aim to get to high school and beyond eventually.
Okay, so you've been a mom for over 9 years now.
Yes.
I can see. What has been your most memorable moment?
So last year I took a trip with my kids to SeaWorld, and SeaWorld is right beside Aquatica. There are two theme parks. So we went to SeaWorld in the morning and Aquatica in the afternoon. And imagine going to two theme parks on the same day. It was quite hectic. We had to take an Uber from one. They're right beside each other, but they're so far apart that I had to take an Uber from one to the other. Anyway, it was so hectic, and I had to take my kids up and down on all the rides because they couldn't go on the rides by themselves. And that's the water slides. So I had to, do my swimsuit, take them up and down. And SeaWorld was a huge park, and we walked around. We just like kind of stopped at different places. So imagine juggling all of that in one day. And then when I get back to the hotel room with my kids, my older son looks at me and he says, "Mom, I'm bored." I lost it.
I hate
Because-
that. That is.
So I say it was a memorable moment because it was a teachable moment for me, because I realized that no matter how much you put forth as a parent, you can do your best, your ultimate best, but kids need to, like boys, I don't know, they need to be entertained all the time. I also had to teach them something about gratitude that day, and they learned that lesson, because when I had a meltdown and told them that, I've done so much for you. It was a huge sacrifice to come here, to spend all that money, etc. And then for you to just say you're bored and you had a boring day. So at the end of the day, when I was finished giving them the lesson about gratitude, I have seen a drastic change in them. Every day I hear, "Mommy, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for you as a parent. I'm so happy to have you as a mother." They learned that lesson from that day. That was a pivotal moment in parenthood for me, because I learned a lot from them. That I had to teach them gratitude. I couldn't take it for granted that they understood that, and they learned that simple value that will take them a far way.
Yeah.
So that was a memorable moment for me.
You need to tell me behind camera
What exactly?
everything that you said,
what the talk was
verbatim.
about?
Yeah.
Or you're a
let's
Kindle.
just say they've never heard mommy speak like that before.
Oh wow. Okay. I
Nothing like a
understand.
good, quick trauma to set things, in your brain.
Trust me, they're different kids after that day.
And that's good. That is good. So Sam, you're gonna have to muster up some courage and use your strong voice sometimes to get your points across with the boys. So now we want to know, since you are in banking,
Yeah.
can we have some financial tips for moms? Just generally what you can use to manage your finances while dealing with the children.
Oh, very good question. I have a financial blog. It's called financialsensibility.com. That's CENTS. And I give persons general advice on, things like how to get a mortgage, how to get a car loan, how to save, and how a credit card works, things like that. So my general tip is to budget and save. I practice this religiously. I've done this for over 10 years. Religiously, I track all of my expenses, and I monitor how I'm spending versus my budget. I have a budgeting template. You can get them for free on my website. You can just go on there and download the budgeting template and the expense tracking template. They work together, so you track your expenses and you see how much you're spending against your budget. That's an important part of managing all
Totally
of
agree.
the expenses that you have as a mother, as a parent, as a household.
As a person.
As a person. So anybody can do
Yeah.
it, not just a mother or
Right.
a father. Anybody can do it, because that will help you to meet your goals. So when you're setting goals about buying a house, getting your kids involved in certain activities or whatever it is that you're doing in your life, you have to, that goal has to come with a monetary value, and for you to understand how you're going to get there, you have to track your expenses. So
Okay.
very important thing to do. If that's one thing, you can go on my site and get all the other good tips, but that's
That
the
is
one
one of
thing
the
that
main
you
things.
should do.
Remind me of the name of your site?
financialsensibility.com, but the scent is
CNTS.
CENTS.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is how we can find you.
Right. I also have, you can follow me on Instagram at Financial Sensibility as well. And Twitter, I'm Miss Julie J.
Miss Gillian Jackson, it was a pleasure having
Thanks for
you
having me.
join us today. I hope you would have learned something interesting about managing your finances, a little bit of insight on how it is to be a boy mom, and just, things that you can use to enjoy motherhood. So thank you so much,
Thanks
Gillian.
for having me.
And now we're going to head into the kitchen because we're going to be cooking up a storm for Mommy on Mother's Day. So stay tuned.
Welcome back, Mega Fam. We are in the kitchen and I'm about to whip it up.
We're going to do a
Renee's about to whip it up.
Renee?
Yeah. I'm your instructor today.
Okay.
Because you're going to be cooking for me.
Okay. Oh, right. Because
The
you're
mother.
the mom, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're doing a mega Mother's Day breakfast. We're giving you ideas that you can prepare for your mother for this Mother's Day, right? Because we know we normally go into our dinner and our lunches and stuff. I mean, what's about breakfast in bed?
Or-
That kind of vibe.
And brunch. These are brunch options as well.
Okay.
But let's get straight into it.
All right. So what are we making?
The first one, let's do let's do the harder one first.
This is the harder one.
So we have something to laugh about. A little amusement in the morning right here.
Yeah.
We're gonna make some Scotch eggs, which is gonna add that protein element to our buffet.
Okay.
Right? So we have some vegan and we have some meat protein. And then we're gonna do some good old French toast and wrap it up with a bellini.
Okay.
All right.
A bellini.
So Scotch egg is really just a boiled egg. Typically soft boiled eggs, but a lot of Jamaicans don't really like the runny yolk. But you can do either way. You boil the eggs, take it out, shell it. Start with boiling water, put the eggs in, shell it, and then you have your egg, right? So
Right,
Renee,
right.
put your egg in your hand, please.
One egg
then
in hand.
We're going to add grounded sausage. This is Bad Dog's jerk sausage. Really
Ooh,
yummy.
I
It's
love Bad
already
Dog.
comes salted and seasoned well. So all I added to this was a raw egg. Blend it up. You
To
get
kind of bind it.
yeah, like a sausage paste.
I'm learning,
You
yes.
are learning. So you just cover the egg.
Cover the egg with
In the sausage
with
paste.
in the.
Let's see how you do it.
I know that.
Don't
this-
squash the
I know
egg
this
now.
was a setup, Am I doing it right? Was I supposed to put it in my hand?
Once
Okay.
you get the egg fully covered, we're good to go. We're gonna get some breading.
Okay.
And I have our oil in our pan halfway up, so we're deep frying, guys.
Okay.
You can air fry this as well, but it won't really have that.
It's like a
It's
meat.
better if you do it that way. Put it in the freezer for a little bit so it can set, and then you put it in the air fryer.
Okay, so it's like a meatball, but no, this is an egg ball. Yes.
Yes,
Did I do well?
you did well enough.
Yay.
So let's just drop it into the
Into the.
breadcrumbs mixture with some flour. And then we're going to deep fry. And that's it. It's very simple. The sausage cooks up really quickly. And remember, we don't want to overcook the egg. So
And
5 minutes
5 minutes.
or
okay.
less, 3
Right.
minutes to 5 minutes. Let's just watch it.
Let's
And then
do
we're going to
it.
lower it into our
I need something to look.
vegetable
oh,
oil.
okay.
So just drop it in. All right, Renee, we're going to whip up a pina colada French toast. So you know how to do a French toast, right? You
No.
make a basic custard. You're going to add,
Do I whip this up?
yes, whip it up.
Okay.
We're going to add some milk.
I've never made French toast.
I'm going to put some, you've never made French toast?
Never.
That's not something you should admit on camera.
I'm sorry. I
right?
was speaking about it the other day with someone, and it's just never.
Okay, so it's about 2 eggs for the basic recipe that serves 4 persons. I add a little bit of the coconut milk. While you do that, when you finish, add some cinnamon. I like a lot of cinnamon. I don't like the white European style French toast. I like it covered in cinnamon.
Okay.
So you can do that. Pour it in there and then you pour it
All
in the
of
plate.
this?
No.
Oh. Because you're like, I like it covered in cinnamon. Like,
About
this is an absurd
A
amount.
teaspoon or 2.
Okay.
While Renee is whipping up the custard, I'm going to make a little whipped cream, coconut cream, if you will. I have some cornstarch and sugar in this bowl. I'm gonna add the coconut milk now. More. So that's gonna give it a coconutty flavor. You can use coconut extract as well if you don't have any coconut milk to give it that extra flavor. And then we have some whipped cream cheese. You can use mascarpone. It gives it that similar vibe.
Okay.
And I'm gonna add the whipped cream and just mix until I get everything evenly distributed and nice and creamy.
Smells good.
And this is just going to be our topping for French toast as opposed to using syrup.
Oh, okay.
Renee, I
Yes.
think that is good now.
Okay.
Go ahead and pour it into the plate.
Oh.
And then we're going to quickly dip. Guess what we're using today? We are featuring, for the first time on this show, the MegaMart fancy bread.
Okay.
Remember you say your friend loved this?
Yes,
This is the one,
when
right?
it is nice and warm.
When it's nice and hot. And it's, we're gonna see what it does.
Okay.
So nice and thick cuts for French toast. This is a soft bread, so it's gonna suck up the eggs pretty quickly. So you want a quick dip, right? So here, you
A
can
quick
do that.
dip?
In there.
Just.
Yeah,
okay.
and then you're gonna fry it. We'll have our pan over here. We're gonna add some clarified butter that I made. I mean, butter on butter on butter.
I can
and
quick dip
cream.
now?
Yummy, yeah. So dip, flip. Yep,
And
and
that's
then you're
it?
gonna drop it in the butter and toast it up really nice.
Okay. 3.
So sometimes at home, I add a little bit of sugar to the custard to help with the browning, but that's optional. So I'm whipping this cream to get everything homogenized. So you're gonna make sure the whipped cream is at room temperature, which I did, right? So we're whipping, let me get the whisk. All right, so Renee is frying up the French toast. I'm working on the topping. And then we're gonna add the pineapple element via. Simple, get a super ripe, nice, sweet pineapple. You don't need to add any sugar or syrup to this. And this goes with the cream, pina colada. So a couple minutes on each side for the French toast. I like mine nice and toasty. If you want it crispy like my kids, put it in the air fryer. All right, our French toast is nice and crispy. Renee,
Yes.
you see that browning going on there?
Yeah.
This is what I like to see.
Okay.
And this is pure butter. So, you know, it's just pure flavor. We're gonna cut these into strips. You can serve it as is, or in little triangles, or use like cookie cutters, get circles, or whatever. But yeah, we're
Stars
gonna do
and
strips.
hearts. Hearts.
Yes, hearts would be nice.
For Mother's Day.
Oh my gosh, it's so fluffy. You hear that?
It looks so good.
It looks so good. Oh my goodness. All right, so now we get our plate. We can just do a little design, maybe a little.
Okay. Are you okay? You're the chef. You can handle the heat.
It's not that hot.
Okay.
We put some on top, crossway.
Presentation.
Next, build a little tower.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
I feel like we need more. I'm gonna cut up some more. Or we can just put the fruits around it. All right, so we have our cream here.
We're gonna put it in the little.
Yeah, we can put some in the bowl, or you can put fruits, right?
Oh, okay. Thought it was for dipping. All right.
And that's our final dish, a little sprinkling of icing sugar, and you're good to go. And then we're gonna go on to our protein. What do you say?
Ready. Let's
feature the
go.
Scotch egg. So we're gonna clean up, move this out of the way. Renee, this is our base for the Scotch eggs. Get a little veggies going. And what you do now, you just take one, you just slice it in half. And there we go. Can you see that? You know, typically I feel like this is a very manly kind of breakfast, but I just wanted to try it anyway.
Why? Because of all the meats,
Yeah, it just, you know, it just looks.
sausage.
But you can we're finessing it, you know, with a little, you know, a little green
The
on the bottom.
vegetables. We're making it a little more feminine.
Yes, you can put some
Okay.
edible flowers, some herbs. So you see that these are pretty cooked through.
Yeah,
the egg
because I
yolks.
mean,
And then we have some really lovely Belcourt tomato chutney to go with it, which I think is perfect. You know, your regular ketchup, you want to take it up a notch, go with a tomato chutney.
okay.
It's a lot more complex in flavor. It's a little sweet but spicy. It goes really well with this.
Yeah.
And you can do ranch, mushroom sauce, whatever.
Okay.
All right, quickly. Our third dish is a callaloo bruschetta. which I
Callaloo.
pre-made. Guys, all of these recipes are going to be posted so you can see and follow along. It's essentially a steamed callaloo with some seasoning, thyme, onion, garlic, and guess. What am I going to say next?
Thyme, onion, garlic.
Yeah, and what else is in there? There's feta and you wouldn't guess.
No, I wouldn't guess.
Almonds.
So how would I
Almonds.
guess that? How would I guess that, Chef
So you
Sam?
just,
Ho.
I don't know.
Of all, the
Would I get lucky?
ingredients, of all the ingredients asked me to guess, you give me almonds? That's just, okay.
So almonds really make a great addition to like dips and purees. They go perfectly with them.
Okay.
So that's what I did. I threw some almonds in there for extra protein and to make it more of a nutritious dish with the callaloo and the feta. And then all you need to do now, let's clean my hands up.
Let's add some
Tomatoes on top. Just sprinkle it on there like that. And you get a nice, yummy vegan delight.
Of course, we
And
had
you
to
can
go
do
vegan.
some balsamic drizzle on top. Really
And
nice,
then-
piquant, salty, yummy appetizer.
All right, and now for the drink, because we have to finish it up. So what are we
We
drinking?
are doing a take on the regular Bellini, which is just this Italian drink that they made up with peach juice and this other peach. Prosecco.
Okay.
Peach and Prosecco. But
Peach
today
and
we're doing
Prosecco.
mango. This is Julie mango I picked up at the store yesterday. Blend it up with some cardamom and ginger. And last but not least, we're going to top it off with some non-alcoholic, where is it?
So instead of the Prosecco,
Peach.
we're going with
Sparkling wine.
sparkling wine.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Renee, you want to open it for me? Guess what? I've never opened
A bottle of,
a bottle of wine by myself.
I feel like.
Should we do it together?
All right, let's go. And
My stomach is not here today, okay? I don't have it. Okay,
let's go. All right.
we did it.
Yes. And then
You gonna
we
taste?
serve to mommy. Look at this. It's such a beautiful spread. I don't know if mommy would eat all of these eggs. No, I understand why you say it's more
No
of
man,
a
buffet. So you
masculine
just
kinda.
take one, you know, take a little bit of French toast, take
A
one
little
of
bit of
that.
bruschetta, have a sip of this
Bellini.
Bellini. What we're gonna call it? Mango Bellini, Julie Bellini,
It's mango peach.
mango peach
Yeah.
Bellini. Everything sounds fancy.
I'm sure, giving
you know,
time,
when
we
we
could
want
come up with
to
our name.
when we want to present the dish, you know, we're gonna make it fancy. So we're still gonna say, "Mommy, good morning. How are you? Happy Mother's Day."
Yeah, we
No,
wouldn't
I
call
have-
this scotch eggs. You need a fancy name.
Right, I've made a spread for you this morning. We have our mango peach Bellini. We have our bruschetta vegan. We have our
Pina colada.
pina colada French
Pina
toast, and we
ambrosia.
also have our
Chicken in blanket, eggs in blanket.
eggs in a blanket. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, this would be so nice, wouldn't it?
I think so.
Yes.
I would be impressed if my kids did this for me, honestly.
Okay, but now I really want to try everything. Yeah, but before we delve into this now, let's just remind you that in addition to the breakfast for Mother's Day, we're also gonna pop by MegaMart Waterloo and pick up a bouquet of flowers for mommy, because that would just make it exceptional,
special. Oh,
right?
yeah.
So it's gonna be at the Waterloo location only for the bouquets. However, all locations will have these lovely baskets prepared for you. It's gonna be different items, so the prices are gonna vary, but you can pop in and pick one to your liking. This one has Ferrero Rocher chocolate with Tortuga. It
Lots of
has
good stuff.
wine and all the other goodies that mommies love to enjoy. And in addition to that, there are specials on our household items that mommies love as well.
Blankets,
So
cushions.
pillows, foot spas, everything and in between. So you need to pop into the MegaMart store and pick up something nice for mommy. The bouquets and the baskets are gonna be available on May 11th. So that is the time to pick them up. Can't say I didn't tell you from. No. So what we're gonna do now is just dive in, see
Yeah.
how this is. We're gonna have the recipes available for you. Remember to follow us on all socials at MegaMart Jamaica, and you can follow Chef Sam at.
Chef Samantha George.
Okay, so this was fun. Thank you so much to our guest, Miss Gillian Jackson. Thank you, Sam, for this meal that I'm gonna devour. And remember to pick up your Mother's Day excitement at MegaMart. And with that said, happy Mother's Day when it comes, and also happy Teacher's Day.
Happy
when
Teacher's
it
Day.
comes. Of course, we have all you need for your teacher's gifts at MegaMart as well. So take care.